All right, here we go. We're going to check out the north shore of Oneida Lake for some lake effect snow squalls. Right now we're facing to the south. We're shooting from the north shore of the lake. So our direction at the moment is due south. You can see the hills of Onondaga County, Casanova area off in the distance, just barely, as the clouds or snow start coming across the lake. But it looks like the band's behind me. So I'm going to make a run up toward Camden and see how that goes, see what we can see. All right, here we go. So again, this is the north shore of Oneida Lake, Oswego County, New York. And we'll be driving on Route 49 for a little bit. And of course, we've got some blue sky. That's north of here at the moment. We're right coming on Route 49 in Constantia. Little old village here on the edge of the lake. But we'll head down 49 to the east just a little bit here. Check it out. Scriba Creek, we're going to cross over. Walleye fish hatchery here. Using the Starlink today, so let me know how that goes. Let me know if it's laggy. I mean, I'll see it later when I upload this, but it's always interesting to see how it keeps connection when you get into these snow bands. It's been working really good lately. Actually, it's getting better and better, but occasionally it disappoints, but not often. I mean, nothing's perfect. The snow right now is super light, and I have a feeling we're right on the southern edge of the band. It looks like it's blowing a little further up north, say into Camden. So, we'll take a run up there and just see what the hell there is to see. Unless there's a Dunkin' Donuts up there, I can grab a cup of Dunkin' Dark Roast or whatever they call it, midnight. I forgot. It's good. It's good for a quick cup. All right, so the Starlink antenna's on the roof. Got it out there in a sort of a tray with a magnetic mount. And seems to do pretty good up there. I've also used it shooting through glass. The ceiling on got a Tesla Model Y, which is all glass roof. Seems to do well through that, but I don't know. I'm just having a feeling that when it's out there in the elements, it seems to work better. So maybe the glass has a negligible effect on it, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm just the end user. Sling the camera a little more into the other lane. So I'm using the iPhone to broadcast the live feed, if you're wondering. Did use the GoPro for a while, but I felt like there was too many tough connections that had to be made. The GoPro just never seemed to really provide a great picture. It did intermittently, but I always seemed to have trouble with that. So the iPhone seems a little better suited. So I think we'll get up here and we'll take a clip through the woods. It's probably going to mess with the connection because there are a lot of trees. There's no leaves, but we've got some trees to deal with. So that does tend to degrade the broadcasting quality a bit. But again, like I said, it's getting better and better. So still on the north shore of Route 49. This is an old blueberry farm here to the left of me. It looks like it still is. We're in Bernards Bay. It's kind of the middle of the lake on the north shore, well, kind of central. It's next stop from here would be Cleveland, New York. Well, like I said, I think we're going to have to get up in the boondocks to find snow, so I'm going to have to clear off a 49 here in a second. Start heading north. This easterly heading isn't going to do it for us. The lake has some crunched up ice going out there. It's looking pretty nasty. Let me see here. We're going to take County Route 17 north. Just hope the guy behind me isn't going to take it. All right, County Route 17. It's going to bring us up through the boons. Should get us up into Camden here, kind of on the scenic route. I'm anticipating a little higher snow once we get up the road a bit. Right now we have just trace light snow. It's fallen, but just very, very lightly. And of course, there's some blue sky up there, as you can probably see. Blue sky is never what we want in these particular situations. It's funny, especially here in Upstate, you never see blue sky, not even in the summer. But I get all suited. Snow squall hunting, it's tends to pop up, so go figure. What's up here do look a little icier, little. So I'm gonna take it real easy. Here we go. Yeah, definitely snow. I'm thinking suspicion. These roads are really well sanded. All right, coming in and out of blue sky and then snow. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Sun's popping out again. But this is what these kind of weather weather systems are built around. Low cloud off the lake, they just have a ton of moisture. They just start letting loose once they get over land. But they're kind of similar in a little bit of a way to thunderstorms or convective activity in the summertime. Just a little bit, but you know, you could even have a thunder snow, which We haven't had any in this area as of yet, but I'm sure we will. I'm taking it real easy on the roads here just because they do seem to be a bit icy, even though they're sanded up. It doesn't look like anybody's been down this road in a while. There is one singular set of tracks, but of course I'm in the snowy lane. So we're heading north toward Panther Lake. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it's just a little tiny town north of Oneida Lake. I don't know if there's any pain. I don't know about the panther action. So far, the good thing is I haven't seen any other cars, so that's nice. Keeps me from having to jink around on the road. All right, we're going to take a right here, stay on County Route 17. Do a brake test. Yeah, it's a little crappy. Not horrible, but not bad either. I should have let this guy in the snowplow go. She's definitely gonna get on my buns. I may have to pull over and just let him go around me. Definitely not gonna want to go as fast as he's gonna want to go. And of course, the roads are covered with snow. And this is actually the tricky stuff right here because this creates a real icy little slick section. So if you ever had to stop quick, you'd be in trouble on some of this stuff here. But it's very patchy at the moment. So it tells me the snow has been coming through, but nothing's coming down really hard. But now the wind is blowing like crazy out of the west. And that doesn't help for the wind chill and, of course, creating ice on the road. All right, still in the boonies. And no sign of real lake effecty stuff. I know it's up here. Visibility is pretty good. Now we're getting into some heavier flakes. Just got into it. So I'm pretty sure we're into the band now. Just on the edge. Big old cell tower here in front of me. Yeah, the snow flake size has increased dramatically. Now, if it were to get or turn into a really heavy snow, this is not the areas you'd want to be in, especially without four-wheel drive. Oh, here we go. Got some icy action here. Definitely picking up in intensity as I continue north. And you can see it on the road. It's just starting to come up. So, of course, this is just starting. I'm trying to go very easy on stuff just because we don't want to tempt fate. All right, I was moving. And yeah, the snow is getting stronger. And that's what we're looking for. This stuff right here. All right, now we're getting this into some low vis stuff. I like it. Here it comes. So we're currently north of Bernards Bay on Oneida Lake, heading toward, and we're definitely into some moderate lake effect snow. Moderate, I'd call it, not heavy. It can just, when it gets heavy, it's very difficult to see. It's still coming down pretty good. And we're just about to hit Panther Lake. Definitely coming down here. The visibility is less than a half mile, probably more like a quarter mile. And it's really just started up. As you can see on the road, it's not accumulating quickly, but it will. Give it a give it another half hour of this. We'll definitely see some accumulation. We've had a few warm days just recently, and that did not help the situation at all. But boy, they have sanded the hell out of the road, so good job there. Got the traction control on. All right. All right, it's snowing like a banshee here. Throw a windshield wipe on, just in case. Don't know what that was. It would suck to lose a tire out here right now. All right. We wanted snow, we found snow. Guess mission accomplished. You know what? We'll take a ride down 56 East. This will bring us over to Camden. Now this road's definitely got some snow on it. Now in these particular situations, it's sometimes hard to know where the center lane is. I've got my left tire right over it at the moment, over the line, we'll say. But very difficult to see the road. I can see where people get into trouble with this. it's snowing like crazy. Definitely committed at this point. Ain't no turning around. And I can hear the wind howling outside. It is blowing. I don't know if anybody saw that Bigfoot. All right, this is good moderate to heavy lake effect. Definitely what we're after. Skiers, snowmobilers, this is your stuff right here. So yeah, it looked like Camden was definitely the charm. All right, there's another snow rider. Definitely gonna have to get some coffee. So when it falls like this, it definitely accumulates quickly. It's it's no joke. All right, it's kind of let up a little bit. It's just gently falling now. The wind's not really doing much with it at the moment, which is good. It's kind of keeping the snow all in one place. Haven't really run into any drifting, although I'm sure I will. And what's funny, you'll see if you watch that I'll drive right in and then right out of this. Um, that's not going to be till after I grab my coffee. I'm just going to continue up the road here a little further. It's coming down pretty good. On the top of a hill here, did seem to lighten up. I can see that north of me, it's heavy. It's dark up north. So I'm catching just a little lull in the action here. See a lot of vehicles having trouble. Cars making really wide turns. That's normal. You want it. You don't want to try and do anything tight or sharp. You will lose control of your vehicle, and you don't want to crowd anybody, really person, or somebody who's not real good at driving, or they could drive, we'll say, gooder. Yeah, you see a lot of that up here. That chick was, she's got it down. So the sun is actually trying to break out on the southern edge of my route here. But I can see that toward Camden, it is dark. It looks like a thunderstorm up that way, as far as darkness is concerned. And this particular road is running easterly with just a slight northeast slant. So it's keeping me in the weather, just barely at the moment. But when I turn toward Camden up the street a little bit here, it's going to put me right into it. So we'll get the full effect as we get up the road. But yeah, very snowy roads. Probably about an inch on the roads at the moment. I've got a few hills. We'll see how the old Santa Cruz does on the hills here. Probably not great. Will's Cackleberry Castle Pumpkin Farm. That's kind of a famous place around these parts. Does a huge Halloween fall business. Pumpkins, apples, apple cider. Oh, that goodness. Yeah, we got some sun snow going on. Sun's peeking out off to my right.